Hey guys, this is Matt Marino coming to you live from my house in San Antonio, Texas. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about an opportunity I came across. And my story is a little different than some you've probably heard, or maybe it isn't. But I want to share it with you so you can appreciate that I'm just a regular guy, came across a great opportunity, and originally didn't see the value in it, didn't see that it was the opportunity it is. I was a skeptic, like many are. This is the Empower Network. And again, I got involved in Empower Network. I actually was up late one night looking for that opportunity, that strike it rich scheme, something to bring in money like a lottery. So I bought into the $25 blogging system. Didn't understand it, did some research on it, but again, went ahead and bought the $25 blogging system thinking how bad or how much can I lose spending $25 on it, right? So this was back in March of this year. So I went ahead and did this, and I kind of put it on hold because I wasn't really serious about it. I was working a full-time job. I was busy doing stuff with my family. We had just moved for the third time out here in Texas. I'll go into that a little bit so you can appreciate where I am and how I came to find this opportunity and how I continue to cultivate it. It's an opportunity for anybody can do this. So going back to the business, okay, so I thought it was a get-rich scheme, so I bought it and didn't do anything, said, I think it's the middle of the night, and I'll go ahead and take a look at it tomorrow and get involved in it tomorrow, and tomorrow didn't come, and then maybe a week later, 2 weeks, I kind of poked around with it a little bit and thought, man, I got to do this and got to do that. I'm working full-time, got home from work late, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because there's a mindset that I was in. I'd had some difficult times, I'd had some struggles, and my mind was still there. I didn't know how to get out of it, didn't realize I was in it, that it consumed my life. That was me. So, make a long story short, I didn't get involved. So March, April, May, until June, late June of this year, which is just, a month and a half ago, give or take. Then I started to do this. Okay, I was in work and I'm going, I'm in my mid-40s. Now I'm thinking, gosh, there's got to be something better. That's what drew me to it in the first place. And I looked at other systems and spent money on some things and clickbait, get-rich schemes and these different things. And I'm thinking, there's got to be something I can do that I can do from home, okay, be closer to my family, not work 10 to 15 hours a day, 6 days a week. Sure, I was making good money and had a nice position doing what I did. And by the way, my profession was a commercial landscape contractor. So I had my own business for several years back in California. I worked for several national companies as in their landscape maintenance department as a branch manager and so on and so forth, just running the operation. So, gosh, the company had to have me there so it can function and do what it needed to do, which took all my time. Hadn't taken a vacation for years. I would do a 3-day weekend or maybe a 4-day weekend, take a Friday and a Monday. And even then, I was still never away from work. I still had my Crackberry, still had my laptop and reports, and people still contacted me because I knew if I didn't do that during those times, when I got back, it would be failure and it'd be triple, even longer days. So never really had that time off, so that went on for several years. That's how I was programmed, okay? See, this is what I'm telling you guys, my mind was programmed as a hourly wage worker. The value was in the hourly, putting a dollar to an hour, time worked, hour, dollar paid. So I thought, gosh, I'll just work harder, or maybe I'll go for a bigger opportunity, which is a progression I did over years, right, to get to be a branch manager or a regional manager. I did that so I can have the natural progression. But again, with more dollars, and it was salary on top of that. So, all the extra hours is expected, and for several companies, I was expected to be the first one in, last one out type thing, which I don't. See, I enjoyed it. I enjoy being a landscaper. I enjoy gardening. I enjoy doing that. See, that's the thing. That's why I stuck it out for so long, because I enjoy it, but at the same time, I got a family, and, I got a life I want to live too. And, money is okay, but it always seemed to just wear me down. It just took its toll. I never had a time off, never had a minute off, and even when I was home, I would take a day off. There would be times I'd take a day off, and I'd go home, but I have my laptop sitting on my lap while I'm doing reports, and my family's all around me, and Dad or the husband was nowhere to be found, and I was right there with them. So this just went on for years, and something had to change, something had to get better. Again, I'm in my mid-40s, I've already done this, and when you're younger, you say, gosh, I'm going to buckle down, I got to make a name for myself, I got to do it while I'm young, and I got to go out there and, make my keep, earn my keep while I'm young, because when I get older, I won't be able to, do what I can when I'm younger. And again, the mindset, then you're stuck in that mode, and you can't get out of it. Just like my dad, when he retired for the 4th time, he was such in a routine of working and working and working, he couldn't get out of it. So again, that's a different story, and I'll make another video and talk to you guys about more of my background and more of my upbringing and my family life. But it just was programmed into me, and in school and your work, that's what they teach you. You're put an hour in, you get $1. If you want to make more money, you got to go back to college or get a bigger education and spend more money to make a little bit more. There was just no trade-off. Not that there isn't value in an education, because there is, because that's again, this system that I'm talking about. You get an education, it's a real world education. You can go out, implement it now, and make money now. It's not just going and getting a degree for something that is non-applicable to real life. Because I went a couple years to college to be a landscape architect. Again, I like the landscape. And gosh, I just ended up going and having to take so many courses and classes and subjects that didn't pertain to what I wanted to do. And it just didn't make sense. You're just spending all this time and effort, and you had to do it. And I'm just thinking, gosh, everything is programmed around what someone else wants me to do, and I'm trying to get to a goal and a vision of what I want to do, and I'm willing to make some sacrifices, but none of it really seems to make sense. So I dropped out of college. I went to work for someone full time, moved up the ladder, and so on and so forth. It brings me to a couple years back, but. Again, let's just jump right into it. Empower Network. I blew it off, put it on the back shelf for several months. I broke it out. I had a life-changing experience. I had that breakthrough moment. And I had been getting emails from Empower Network, my sponsor, who I signed under. And again, I wanted to look for the top guys so I can... one of the top leaders in Empower, so I can get a direct education, and I thought he was going to be the guru to, give me all the information real quick, and I can go out and make money, and he would do all the work, basically. He gives me stuff, and I just go click, 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 and I make some money. Didn't really understand how it worked. Again, I'm not a big internet guy, I'm not a big marketing guy, none of that stuff. I know sales and offline marketing for landscape and running a branch and a business, but didn't really get the internet portion of that, and how it all worked and how you connect to people. And gosh, I wish I had known this now several years back. Oh God, I would never be where I was a couple years back. I would have been way far advanced. My family would have been happier, so on and so forth. And the bigger thing here, guys, is you can share this. It's like passing the buck forward. When you learn this, it's such a uplifting, free feeling. It sets you free. And someone has given me this information freely, and I just can't wait to go and share it with others and help. Many online or offline marketing and systems, they want you to go hit your family, they want you to go hit your friends, and you go and do it, and you don't even know the product. You're just trying to make your money. You're trying to sell, and you're trying to sell to someone quick, and you just don't always feel like it's ethical, or you're not even proud of what it is. It's not something you would want them to do, but you're trying to make money, and it's like you're doing something that's not ethical. You can't sleep at night. Again, I never did any of that. That's why I never got into marketing. So with this, it's just incredible. It's a tangible, real product. And when I started opening it up and I started going through it and I started really listening, because it took a while. I'm an action guy. I need concrete facts, and I got to have proof, because I'm in my mid-40s. I've been burned in business, and I've been burned in other things. Again, I take complete responsibility for everything, all my successes and all my failures. And I learn from my failures, and you can call it School of Hard Knocks. But I always come out and I learn, and I know I benefit from even the bad situations. And I try and teach my kids that, and I try and teach friends, family. And again, I hope that this is having some value for you guys as well, because, man, a lot of people come into this and they just, man, is it for me? I'm just a regular guy, and there's so much information, I don't even know what to do. I'm just one of those simple guys too, and I can do it. I'm computer literate, but marketing on the internet, I know nothing. SEO, solos, I never even heard of solo, never even knew what it was. Emails, how to really construct and all the different elements to it. It was like alien stuff to me. And I know I'm going into a tangent and I'm making this long, but it's so real. You just gotta, I'm going to dissect it, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, and then I'm going to get you started. This is just going to be the beginning of a few videos, because I want you guys to really understand. And I know there's a lot of Empower Network affiliates out there, and they're really, out there excited too, because it's a real item. But many, I think, forget to really give you the tools and tell you kind of the things that you have to do and why. Again, going back to the program, I finally started opening it up. I got emails and all these different, I started going, not only looking at certain of the top leaders, and I would go and check them all out, who knows more, what are they doing, and are they right, or are they true, are they real? And then they have the events and all the different the online hangouts, and it's like, wow, it's finally started sinking, this is real. So when I figured out it was real and there was proof, then I said, you know what, now I'm going to start digging in and look at the material and see if it's real, see if it's something I can do, see if it's something I want to do, because at that time, I didn't know marketing. I wanted something that I could do from home, but I didn't know what that was for sure. So I started digging in this, and I go, wow, this is incredible stuff. I mean, this is real steps that I haven't seen anywhere on the internet, where it'll break it down in all the categories and all the components to where I can do it with a laptop and an internet connection at home. And I'm one of those guys where when I get something, I get it and I get into it. I dig in, I start working hard at it. I can spend several hours until I understand it, and then I can start going. Because I got to understand it, and so I can start working. I'm an action guy, so I started working at it as well, but I'm learning and taking action and trying out things and testing out things. But I started going through the 8 core commitments. And some of those, again, those were those things, several months back. I kind of poked around with it. I went through the core, and I said, man, blogging isn't for me. Who wants to do that every day? What's the value? I'm not going to make money. There's all these different components. Now, it just didn't make sense to me because I didn't understand it. Just like you. There might be some of you that have the experience and you've marketed, you've been online before, and you're a step ahead of where I started. And you already kind of get it, so you just want to know some more of the techniques and strategies to make get solos out there or do SEO or be a part of this program because it's 100% commission. But for me, it took me a while to really grasp what it was and start digging into it. Once I did, then I just went both feet, both hands into it. You'll ask my family. There's some times that I just shut them off and I love you, kiss them all, and I put that disclaimer. I'm going to be in my office with the door locked. I have work to do. It's from this time to this time because that's my commitment. I know the end result is going to be I'm going to have a lot more time for my family. It's hard work, and that work isn't going to stop because I have a goal. I want to make $50,000, $100,000 a month, and it's real. You can put in that time. You can make this a long-term, large, monthly, annual, lifetime salary, a big salary. So that's what I do. I set aside almost 7 days a week, and I make sure I do my solos, I do my marketing, I do my daily audios, I listen to other marketers, and I go and research what they're doing, take a look at what they're doing. I get all in. I buy not just the blogging system for $25. I got into the Inner Circle and listened to those audios. That's a $100 product. I got the Costa Rica, which is $500, and I got into all the products. I have the 15K formula. Guys, see, here's the thing. You might be able to make it with some background if you have some experience in marketing. You might make it with a $25 blog. Guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I had someone come to the door. I had a sales guy come to the door trying to sell me something, so I had to pause it, and I apologize. But I think I was talking about the programs and what you got to do. Again, many don't talk about it. When you get in and you start with Empower and you don't get the products, the learning, the knowledge, the information, listen to me. This isn't a sale, this is reality. When you get in to Empower, you have to get the products. Costa Rica, the Inner Circle, the 15K formula. The 15K formula, Costa Rica, there's so much information on how to market, where to market, what to do with your videos, what to do in your emails, what to do with everything pertaining to marketing. Without that information, you're not going to get it anywhere. You have to buy the products, you have to get in, and you have to use those. That is what you do. You implement those techniques, those tactics, those formulas, that information, that learning. That is what gets you to make a successful business and a sustainable business. That is how you get these leaders. This is how you get those individuals who are making a great income, and it's sustainable because they're doing what they're taught in the marketing, in the different products that they're selling. Without those products, you don't have that information, you can't implement it. Okay, so $25 blogging, small commissions. It would take a lifetime to try and make the money you're looking to make in a sustainable work at home, retire from your full-time job income. You need the products. $500 commissions, the $25 commissions, $100 commissions. Those are both monthly reoccurring. That's forever. So long as you keep those customers or that team underneath you, you're always making those recurring income. And you're adding value. See, that's the other thing. I almost forgot. You're adding value when you learn this information, you apply it, and you're successful at it. You can teach others. You want to teach others. Not only because they're in your team, but you're adding value to someone's life and their future and their family. It's a very rewarding, very satisfying. You could put your head on your pillow at night. Great experience. That's why it's such a movement and such a everyone's so excited, and they continue to be excited even 2 years after initial launch, because people are able to do it, they're able to succeed, they can help others do the same thing. Most marketing systems and most companies that are on the internet or even offline, they have a certain group of top earners that are making all the money, and everyone else are just their minions. Unable, they don't want to teach their secrets, they don't want to teach the systems, because they want to keep making the money. They want to get a lot of people under them so that all the commissions come up to them. This does not work this way. Everyone makes 100% commission. Everyone makes their income, whether it's me, 1 level up, 2 levels up, you, down from you, your team, so on and so forth. We encourage it because everyone wins at this. But you got to get at the 25. You got to get the inner circle, so you get the. Remember what I was telling you, where my mind was, and that 9 to 5, or actually, 15-hour a day, 6 days a week. My mind was programmed. This is what I needed to do to make this money, and I still wasn't making enough, and never got away from work, and never saw my family. So you have to program your mind. You have to teach yourself, reteach yourself the entrepreneur way. You have to teach yourself the self-sustaining, the right model, because this is a complete system. It teaches you your mindset. It teaches you how to think, feel, and what to do, not only with yourself and your training, and the steps to do that, but also how to do your marketing, and who to do it with, and when to do it, and how to do it, all that. Your mastermind, your top product, and again, what I was going back to, you got your $25, your $100 a month, then you got your $500 Costa Rica marketing, just module after module, and I can even show you these on another video. Just give you a snapshot of what you're getting. It's invaluable information. You can always go back to it. Not only do you learn it, okay, you're not just sitting in a mastermind in a class, and you might remember it, you might not. I don't retain a whole lot, so I got to go back and remember some things, and I'm not going to use all of them, so I might miss the key points that I want to get. But you can go back to these modules over and over and over. You can go back to them, watch them 50 times if you want. If you get it the first time, you implement it, and it works, and you remember it, great, Many people are like that. I'm not that way. Again, you have the Costa Rica, you have the 15K formula. The 15K formula is designed so that you can quickly get right here, right now, to here, making $15,000 a month, and all the tools to do it. And they're constantly updating it. It has archive, it has bonus videos, and with all this material, they have a PDF that you can print out in case you're you like to have a visual. I like videos, and I like visuals, and I like to, after I watch everything and I take my own notes, I like to have that sheet of that PDF so I can see all the key highlights, so I can remember it. Boom, it's fresh in my mind, so I can not forget one of the steps, because there are specific steps to do all these things so that you're successful at it. So again, all this stuff is so much value, but you got to get the products, and you got to learn the products, and you got to implement the products, and you got to do it now, and you got to be smart about it. You just got to do it, though. If you don't do it, you're never going to get there. So don't waste your time. Don't waste anyone's time. The ones that are going to get in, get all the products, learn them, spend the time to learn them, implement them, do them as they're taught. It's just that simple. I'm a landscaper, and I'm able to do this. I understand it. Just got to do it. And I don't want to ramble on. I don't want this to go on for a 2-hour video. I just wanted to give you a little bit of my background, a little bit of what I'm excited about in this new opportunity. I want to share it with you, and I want you to get in for yourself. Be a part of my team. Build your team so that we can all advance and develop and grow together for our families, for ourselves, for others, and we just want to make it a better place. Okay? So that's it for now. Great talking to you. Matt out.